Guys, UFC 317 just took place, and this changed a lot of things. I did not expect the results of this fight to change a lot of things like it did until I realized after. I was like, this does change a lot of things, especially the pound for pound rankings. I'm just going to get straight into it. Ilia Topuria in the main event. He knocked out Charles Oliveira cold. I was wrong with my prediction. I thought the physicality of Charles Oliveira, I thought his grappling was going to be too much for Topuria. I thought he was going to sub Topuria. Charles Oliveira, let's say the fight starts. Charles Oliveira goes in there with smoke. Charles Oliveira isn't a guy who gets backed up, and he wasn't gonna back up against Topuria, but that backfired against him. Immediately they start throwing hands. Charles connects on Topuria, but Topuria connects on Charles. Cuts open Charles a little bit. Charles clinches with Topuria. I told you I told you this fight there was gonna be some clinching. Charles clinches with Topuria, trying to take him down. Attempts a takedown. Ilia ends up on top position. On top position, Ilia isn't able to do much. Charles Oliveira almost gets an ankle lock or a knee bar, whatever, on Ilia Topuria. Almost, it was sunk pretty deep. I thought he was gonna sub Topuria with an ankle lock or whatever the submission is. I thought it was very close. Topuria stayed calm, stayed in control, had top position. They get up on the feet, and Ilia Topuria hits Charles Oliveira with the cleanest combination. He hits him with a right straight while Charles Oliveira goes in, hits him, knocks him out, follows up. He was already knocked out, follows up with a left hook. Charles Oliveira gets knocked out so bad. He folds on himself. His face hit his own knee, and he fold back, gets knocked out cold. Ilia follows up with two more shots. Fight is stopped. Now, first I gotta say, this was scary. In the way that Ilia Topuria, man, he did even better than what people thought he would do. Which I don't know how that happens. He went in there, bloodied up all of it. This only happened all in 2.5 minutes. When it went in there, did good in the grappling exchanges against Oliveira, bloodied up Oliveira, and then knocks him out cold. No one else has ever knocked out Oliveira cold like that. They've chinned him, but he still has a decent chin. He's never been knocked out cold like this. And his eyes roll back, and he looks like he just died. I said if Charles Oliveira kept his high guard and tried to play that game with Topuria, he was going to get knocked out. And that's what happened, man. Charles Oliveira was on all smoke. He really wanted to just go in there and have a firefight with Topuria. If you want smoke with Topuria, he's the wrong one. I promise you, he is the wrong one. If you want smoke with him, if you want to have a firefight with him, he's not the one. This changes so much. After seeing that fight, I'm like, coming Tuesday, does Topuria go above Islam Makhachev in the pound for pound rankings? Is Topuria now a favorite if him and Islam were to fight? Because his striking was clean. He wasn't as small as I thought, you know? He's thick, man. He's a 155er. He's so powerful. It was crazy to see. I really don't. That was one of the best performances ever. One of the best championship performances ever. Ilia Topuria is now a double champ. Not simultaneously, but you could say he is basically, man. Like, he went out there, knocked out Volk, knocked out Holloway, and knocked out Oliveira cold. Who's next for Topuria? Probably not Paddy Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett went in there and had a face-off with Ilia Topuria. Now, apparently that wasn't supposed to happen, but it's pretty crazy. I'm going to be honest, I'm fresh off of just watching the fight. I was at a place, so I didn't really hear the interviews properly. But I think he called out Sarukian. I don't know. I would really want Topuria versus Sarukian. Because I know Sarukian's not going to go in there with a high guard and leave his face wide open to get cracked like Oliveira. Now looking at this, I'm like, Topuria would probably knock out Sarukian too. But I don't know. Sarukian's wrestling is very good. But that's a whole nother video to talk about that matchup. This guy, Topuria, is the real deal, man. Let's just think of it, man. Topuria is number 3 in the rankings right now. He's probably going to jump ahead Merab. he might even just go to number one. They might say F it and put Topuria at number one above Makhachev. I think he'll definitely go above Merab. I think he'll definitely be at least number two, but he might go number one. You know, being a double champ, knocking Oliveira out like that, I think he's going to go above Merab and be number two. Now let's talk about Alejandro Pantoja. Now before this fight, Pantoja was ranked number 9. I believe tied with Alex Pereira at number 9 in the pound for pound rankings. During the press conferences, he was on smoke too. He said, hey, these pound for pound rankings are BS. And he's right, man. Alejandro Pantoja, he went in there and just dominated Kai Kara France. The first round started, shoots in on Kai Kara, takes his back. Pantoja is one of the best back takers ever. And if he's on your back, there's nothing you can do about it. I think he's even a hard matchup for Merab. That's also another video. He went out there and shut down Kai Kara. I knew he was going to beat Kai Kara. I never thought Kai Kara was that good. Kai Kara didn't even deserve to be there, really. But there was no one else. He went out there and shut down Kai Kara. I see Pantoja jumping from number 9. I see him probably being number 4. Let's just think about these rankings. Coming Tuesday, the rankings are probably going to be Makhachev still at 1, Topuria at 2, Merab at 3, Pantoja at 4. You might as well put him at 4. He's a champion with probably the most. He's a champion with the most defenses right now. He's the longest reigning champion right now. Put him at 4, man. Just behind Islam, Topuria, and Merab. Put him there. Maybe even jump him above Merab. I don't know, but the rankings definitely are disrespectful to him. Keeping him at 9. Now after this fight, I think they're definitely gonna give him his flowers, give him the respect he deserves. Now after that, I know some other fights are happening. Dricus versus Hamza. Either of those guys win, they're probably gonna jump ahead. But Pantoja's so good, man. He's gotten bigger recently too. I don't know if you've noticed, like he's much bigger now. I think the weight cut's probably getting harder for him, but I don't know. He's bigger. He's just more confident. His striking's still really not good. Especially in this fight, just looks slow. It didn't look that good, but his grappling is just so good, man. Now let's talk about Joshua Van. I've been hyping this guy Joshua Van up for a while now. He's him. He is him. I predicted Brandon Royval to beat Van because I thought he would go for the takedowns, and I thought he would just be a little too lanky for Van. Now, I wanted Joshua Van to win, which he did win, but I didn't think he was going to. I just thought Brandon Royval was going to be able to do it. Joshua Van went in there on smoke. This was probably the fight of the night, easily. Easily fight of the night. Round 1, Joshua Van, Brandon Royval going at it. Joshua Van is just picking Brandon Royval apart, getting the better shots. His boxing is so good. And he was pretty small compared to Royval, but what he was able to do, it didn't seem like it. He won round 1 easily. Round 2, very close competitive. You could give it to either one. I don't have a problem with it. Royval was picking his shots, getting the cleaner shots probably, but Joshua Van was still keeping up, getting a bunch of clean shots too. Round 3, similar to round 2 in the beginning, Joshua Van starts to pull ahead near the end. And at the end of round 3, Joshua Van knocks down Brandon Royval, almost knocks him out, and he wins the fight unanimously, easily. Joshua Van's gonna be ranked number 1 now, in the flyweight division. It's gonna be him versus Pantoja. They even did a face-off. I should have put that there, but put that here, but whatever. Joshua Van is so good. This guy's only 23. Now I do think he loses to Pantoja by submission. But I think if that fight were to stay on the feet, I think Joshua Van pieces up Pantoja badly. Like, badly, Especially if you just give him more time to get a camp going. Now, I still think Pantoja will win because of the grappling, but on the feet, man, it wouldn't even be close. I really don't think it would be close. Joshua Van is so good. Let's spin back to Topuria. He's so good, man. Like, he was bigger than I thought. I thought Charles was just going to be too strong for him, and I thought the grappling... Now, we got to talk about Charles, actually. Charles Oliveira and your camp, what are you guys doing? You should have, first of all, why are you going in high guard? I thought you learned from these mistakes and develop as a fighter, but no. You stay with your game plan. So you're going against the best striker in the UFC, Ilia Topuria, with the most power, and you're going to go in there with high guard and charge in head first, no head movement. Now, I know you can't just get head movement by training. Like, you got to naturally have it for a lot of people. Charles Oliveira's never had good head movement, but you got to switch up game plan, man. And you got to go for leg shots. You got to shoot like you're a wrestler, man. I didn't see any shots like Charles shot in the Chandler fight, you know? That's why I thought Charles was going to win. I thought he was going to be able to shoot, get the takedowns. But no, he wasn't. First of all, Ilia Topuria's defense was very good. In the clinch, he seemed very strong. And even on the floor, he was just calm. And he knew what he was doing there, man. And he's like, okay, he can compete with these 155 grapplers. Does he compete with Armin? Maybe. I think Armin beats him on the ground, but I think Ilia probably knocks him out. Guys, UFC 317 was very, very good. At least the main card. Actually, no, all of it was pretty good. I was just also Hanato Moicano versus Beneil Dariush. Hanato, man, come on, man. Game plan better. He got gas. They both got gas, but Beneil won in the end. Just was better that night. Peyton Talbot versus Felipe Lima. Peyton Talbot won, man. He surprised me, man. But Felipe Lima, I thought he could have been a little more active near the end of the fight. Got into amazing scrambles, whatever. I'm not here to talk about the whole card. I'm here to talk about the main 3 fights. I'm gonna be honest. Even though the other fights are very good to talk about, people only care about Ilia Topuria, Pantoja, and Joshua Van. Ilia's scary, man. He wants all the smoke. Pantoja wants all the smoke. Joshua Van wants all the smoke. Guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment whatever you want. Peace out.